Hey everyone, skull902 here along with KN from SonicSong182.
Hi everybody! Like you said, this is KN from SonicSong182.
And today, it's shadow time here. We've got
Oh.
we've da. After 6 years, you know, uh, finally just so many delays and everything, but the video is ready. Shadows Confusion 2 is ready to go, and this stream is a place to have a little premiere for it. What we're gonna do here today is I'm gonna play Shadows levels in Sonic Adventure 2. I'm gonna do the Dark Side Boss Rush in Sonic Adventure 2 as well, and play all the kart races as Shadow. And then we're gonna watch the video together, and then we'll do our traditional Q&A hangout sort of bit, and just have a nice talk and all that. So I hope that you guys are ready for the fun and excitement of Shadow the Hedgehog here today. I see we got a lot of folks in. Hello, welcome everyone from the 182 raid, and
Welcome!
hope that you enjoy this one as well. Feel free to swear because that's allowed on this channel. But let's get into the game here. I'm gonna share it with KN. That's a good idea. There we go.
Ooh, yeah, probably.
All right, let's do it to it.
Oh, ah! Sorry, my windows are still flying all over the place.
Oh, you're perfectly
Oh, there
okay.
File select.
Spidey says I was the first swear. You certainly were, Spidey. I'm still proud of you. Alright, so I'm just gonna do all the Shadows levels in order. The first one is Radical Highway, so let's just get right into it.
Aesthetic! Classic!
Oh yeah. Oh wow. I don't think that's ever happened. Let me spin dash, please. Okay, thank you. Swift was asking, hey Skull, did you show the picture of my angry looking Sonic plush to KN?
Oh no.
I haven't, but perhaps after we're done here.
Really, Polio 4, I'm sorry. This comes up on every time I visit on Skull streams. I actually do swear in regular life. I just have a very cleaned up internet language for various reasons. If you go back far enough in my voice acting history online,
Check out the early episodes of Sonic and Mario, but don't because they're horrible.
But yeah, some of those lines were certainly something.
Yeah.
But that was what was that? 2010, like the 2010s era. Everything on YouTube was unhinged.
Oh yeah.
Ultimate Spider Plush 2 does say though, do check out Sonic and Mario. It is peak.
The first two seasons are an absolutely rough watch. It gets better in the third and the fourth, and then since so much time passed, like you can tell that things generally improved in the fifth. But you know, just if you check it out, just keep it in mind that the series was being made in the beginning by a dumb 15-year-old kid in the late 2000s. So things were very different back then.
We've both been on the internet making YouTube stuff for a really, really long time. Like my earlier Sonic Song movies, Shadow the Hedgehog talked like he does in this game. So, all of his language is included in there.
Well, at the very least, like that was just the first one.
Yeah, I cleaned it up pretty quick, I guess. I was so confused though. One person kept being like, "Stop saying the S word. Stop! You say the S word so much in your videos. You gotta stop. What is this?" I'm like, "What S word are you talking about?" And then I found out they were talking about the word stupid. I was like, "Oh no!"
That's one of my favorite stories of yours.
I mean, I guess it's kind of a rude thing to say when you're a certain age, but I had no clue what was going on, and I suddenly realized.
Here we go.
Here we go. KJ Productions said, "KN, do you want anything for Christmas?" I'm pretty easy to get Christmas gifts for, because I can be pretty easily pleased with just about anything. Or coffee shop gift card. Aw, yeah.
Oh yeah.
No Ultimate Spider plush. The word stupid is not a problem even on my channel. I just don't like, you know, there's a being rude to somebody and walking up and telling them, "Hey man, you're stupid." That's not nice. But just saying the word stupid, that's not a problem.
Yeah, you'll never hear that one censored on TV or anything.
Yeah. AJ said skull902's all 13 bad words.
Isn't there only 7? Not if you're a sailor.
Oh no! Hello everybody, welcome to all 32 of you who are in the chat right now. Thank you for coming to join us. We're going to be having a good time over here for the next 2 hours. And then we're pretty sure Vinny is streaming later today.
Yeah,
so
I'll be there over too if he is.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep
You'll
the fun
see
going
more
all
Skull
day.
Over there. All day. Alright, and let's see. Or the Dragon Hog said, "This is Shadowmania."
Oh yeah. Shadow R, I'm playing the game on Steam. I am using an Xbox controller though, specifically Xbox Series if that's of any interest. In relation
Online
to
Devil just came back from Christmas party. I hope you had fun.
yeah, I hope it was a good time. Hey, you hit me. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, the light speed dash is very finicky, and if I have the electric shield there, it's a mess. It's easier to try without it. Hi, Big.
Oh, good for you, Skeeter the Hedgehog. They said my Oddfellows ice cream just arrived. Woohoo!
Aw, man.
It was good. Tails' ice cream was the best one, like by far. I'm like, dude, I have a sudden powerful appreciation for marshmallow flavored ice cream. I should have known though, because my favorite Kit Kat bar flavor is a special Halloween one they come out called Witch's Brew, and I just realized this year that it was marshmallow flavored, so apparently I loved marshmallow flavored stuff all along.
Ultimate victory.
Yeah.
Ultimate victory.
Select a stage.
And I keep forgetting that Sonic ice cream thing is a thing. I wonder if I'd be able to find it anywhere.
Well, you have to order it online and they send it to
okay.
you with like dry ice packing it. I think that the only place you can walk up and purchase it in person is there's like a pop-up in New York somewhere.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to see then. Right, next up is Skyrail.
Gotta like close all my windows. I still have like a million of them open.
That seems to be standard practice for you.
Yeah, I don't know how this happens. I have to keep everything separated, but it does make it hard to navigate them.
for sure.
No, where did Shaq go? There it is. Wait, this is the wrong one. That was the wrong window.
Thank you for the member message, Miracle.
Miracle's member message said, "Oh my, woo, hello! I drew along with one pen and limited colors. I will redraw them properly, and featuring Stone cameos on my old phone later." Excellent.
Beautiful.
Gotta add Agent Stone in later. You'll have to tell Viddy that he dropped in, gave us that suggestion, and then we ran with it for the rest of the stream because he was not able to stay, so he doesn't know. Here we go.
Yeah.
Everybody's also saying hello to Lyrical, so yes, welcome, welcome!
Miracle is not just a mod here, but also one of the voice actors in my roster. Will be one of the voices that you hear in Shadow's Confusion 2.
Here we go.
It would be funny if he died in the game, of course. And I certainly hope that I wouldn't die like while streaming here. That'd be something.
Too easy for me.
Too easy for me.
Select a stage.
All right, the last one of Shadow's regular levels, and only 12 minutes into the stream. Final chase. Oh boy, this one can either be fine or not fine.
Space madness.
Oh yeah.
Lyrical said, all of my fan art has been on my old phone's sketch app, but the new phone doesn't have a drawing app, so they had to improvise. That's unfortunate.
Darn.
Well, still good. You'll just have to continue to adapt.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, the game just booted me off of that thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No! Oh! It's okay, he's got this. Oh god, what was that? Assassinated by an alien! That was a stressful couple of seconds.
Yeah, it sure was. Artificial chaos monsters can really mess you up.
Oops.
Thanks, game. Well, Spidey, you got your wish.
Oops.
Ruben the Wolfcat was asking, what do you think about, I thought it was going to do it again. What do you think about Sonic Dream Team? Haven't played it. It's very limitedly available right now, but it looks pretty good, especially for, like, you know, a free mobile game like that. Well, I guess it's not free, you have to subscribe to something, but, you know, for a lower budget mobile game, it looks pretty interesting. There's not very many, like, fully animated cutscenes, but the ones that are in there look very impressive. So, I hope that anyone who has played it is enjoying it.
I have it downloaded on my phone, but I have not played it. It looks cute. I'm busy. I've got lots of things I have to edit right now.
Maybe on your next business trip.
Maybe so. I didn't end up having a lot of time to do much editing when I was on the business trip. I was busy every day, but I squeezed in some editing while I was away.
Just gotta grind when you can. Crossmare says, haven't finished the game, but Dream Team is really good so far. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad that people are enjoying it.
I am about to embarrass myself by tagging Lee Majdub in this Twitter post.
Oh, you're doing it? Nice. Hooray, the peer pressure won.
I've done it.
Oh,
So,
lovely.
I don't think he will ever see them because I'm sure he gets a lot of messages from all over the place. But I did it. The deed
Good.
is done. Crossmare Girl Ugly said they haven't finished it yet, but Dream Team is really good so far. And Online Devil said, I find it hard to get excited for Sonic Dream Team because of the Apple Play thing.
Yeah.
You know, there were so many games I never had access to in general because I just didn't have the consoles. Like, I missed Sonic's entire Dreamcast era. I didn't play Sonic Adventure 1 or 2 when they came out. It took, like, just not that many years ago. I think I finally played them in, like, 2018. So I'm pretty used to being, platformed out.
Oh, yeah.
Of
That's
different
the
games
story of my
coming
life,
out,
too.
Yeah, I don't end up being all that disappointed. I'm just like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm used to that, and then I'll just go like watch the cutscenes or something if I never have access to it. That one I might eventually get to play though, so I haven't gone and watched the scenes yet or anything. And Luke O'Sullivan said, Skull and Can, what do you think about the Sega remasters of Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, etc. coming out?
As far as I know, they're not remasters. They're like full-on new games, and I was kind of having a laugh about it, just with myself. I even tweeted about it earlier, where it was like, you know, the last 2 days on my friend Tales of Power 71's stream, and my stream the day before that, we were talking about, you know, these upcoming Sega announcements.
That wasn't so hard.
And I was like,
Select a stage.
you know, I was expecting it to be like maybe a trailer for the Knuckles show or something, and I joked that it should be Jet Set Radio 3, and then I was like, but that'll never happen. You know, it turns out that it's going to happen, you know, I couldn't be happier to have been wrong about something. Let's just put it that way.
So I never played a single one of those games in that whole group. Despite having grown up with the Sega Genesis, I was a Sonic kid and I played a lot of their like third-party games, like all the Disney ones that they had. So I am real glad that everybody else is excited. I have zero context. I'm like, yeah, those are popular Sega properties.
Yep.
I don't know anything about them. I'm sorry.
And I love Jet Set Radio, so for me, for them to you know, finally be coming out with a new game for it for the first time since 2002, you know, oh my god, I'm excited.
Pathetic humans.
Oh, no worries, Swift. I'll do the old copy paste and show Kay on that picture after the video premiere.
God, it made showing up to just destroy a child.
Next time, Fox Boy.
Gosh, no.
Get wrecked, Tails.
I can't believe I've come this far, just to fail.
This is Flying Dog headquarters. Intruder found entering security.
Rouge is so cute in this game. I love her model. Just look at her.
Yeah, this game's got a really good look to it. They did a good job.
He's adorable. I say as she's like in a battle to the death. She's in like a cage match. Sorry, honey, I love you.
You know, happens to everyone.
It happens. Ultimate Spider Plush does say easiest boss fight.
If you know what you're doing, you can exploit these pretty easy.
Not bad, huh? I'm pretty strong, all right.
There's just like a freaking crate exploding in the background, shrapnel everywhere, and Rouge just looks like, I don't care. Look at my cute little wiggly ears.
Of course.
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you.
Just noticed you have like so many lives.
Faker, I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha!
I did do it the hard way plenty of times before, but this one's 100% save file, so that certainly helps.
There's only one real Sonic.
Hut!
Okay, this one I gotta do it a little weird, because I don't trust the homing attack anymore in this particular fight.
Hut! Hut! Hut!
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Hut! Hut! Hut!
That hurt.
No time to hang up the likes of you.
Who said that? That hurt.
Sonic. Ugh, that hurt. Ugh, jeez.
He sounded like he was gonna cry because he got hit in the nose. Oh, that hurt.
Oh man, I'm telling.
No, don't tell my mom. Or either of my dads.
I can't get grounded again. I'm not going back to jail.
Oh no.
Oh. Careful.
What the heck? Sorry.
There we go. Easy but still fun, says Frederick Wooten. Yeah, that's how I would generally describe most of these.
Long time no see, treasure hunter. Did you find
Yeah.
my
That's a
emerald?
good one. Your emerald. Talking to you is a waste of time. Hand over those master emeralds. Give them to me.
This really is just the story of your favorites. We get to beat up Tails and Knuckles and play as Rouge.
Yeah, man.
I can't.
I can't.
Wasn't letting me drop down. Okay, I should have hit him there. Come on. Knuckles. Come on. Oh. There you go.
I
Aha.
have no
Ow.
choice but to fight now.
I've got no choice but to fight now. Just get slapped around.
Oh, there you are.
Master
Now
Emerald.
give
That was a bit of a weird
those
one.
Sounded like he was freaking dying.
Oh, that's only because he was.
What have you done to Sonic? I'll never forgive you for this.
Oh, and Felicia Rose Antonia said, if I recall correctly, the songs for Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure, I would imagine, were done by the same people who made the soundtrack for the Jet Set Radio series.
I know,
I didn't know that.
the composer for the first game was the same as the original Jet Set Radio. I think someone else did the music for Rush Adventure, but Hideki Naganuma is the man's name. He did the music for
Time for me to finish
the original Jet Set Radio, some of Jet Set Radio Future, and
your chaos control.
and Sonic Rush.
There's no time to play games.
I'll use your chaos control.
All right. Get ahead.
I'm not done with you
Sonic
yet.
win.
I'm not done with you
Sonic
yet.
win.
Ah.
I'll use your chaos control.
Hi, Shadow Sephron. It's going pretty well. Going through this much faster than I thought that it would take, but you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
He's speed running all these boss battles.
Well done, Faker.
Have a good dinner, Aurora, and welcome to the chat, Kel978.
Your chaos control.
Yep, welcome, Cal. And I'm sorry, who was that with the BRB?
That was Aurora the Hedge Cat.
Oh, gotcha. Have a good dinner, Aurora.
I'm not done with you
Sonic
yet.
win.
No time to waste. Take this. I'm not done with you
Sonic
yet.
win.
Shoot. I failed.
I told you, I'm
Lol.
the ultimate.
Man, that might be my best time on any of these boss rushes. None of them took over 2 minutes. Wow. Oh, there we go.
Absolutely destroyed everything in 7 minutes.
Yeah,
Good job, Shadow.
for real. All right. Well, it's gonna be the last of the gameplay bits here. Gonna play all these kart races here as Shadow. See if maybe I can break these time records. It's 2 minutes and 8 on the beginner, 2:32 on standard, and 3:30 on expert. Yes, Swift, it's vroom vroom time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, people generally aren't a big fan of this, and like, I'm just kind of like, but why though? I mean, like, if you were expecting it to be Mario Kart, like, you know, that's on you.
Man, I sucked at this level. This is where my joke about Rouge having road rage came from, because I was so bad at this thing. I was just absolutely terminating our lives. And then eventually in that live stream we did, for like the last life, I had to hand the controller to somebody else and then keep like voice acting as Rouge because we would not have passed it otherwise.
I remember.
It was my first time ever playing the game, so like I didn't have any experience prior. I was just thrown into the fire with this thing.
Yeah, the kart levels are really tough on those doing a first time playthrough. I know that Tails' wasn't so bad for me, but Rouge's was like, oh my god. Definitely kind of have to like learn the beauty of drifting, which again, because like it doesn't control like a typical kart racer game. You know, it's a bit weird to like get acclimated to how certain things work.
I've not been back behind the wheel of this game in a long time, which is probably for the best. I screamed at all of the drivers.
You know, a lot of them are probably pretty brave for being on the road, to be honest. What with all that going on. Oh yeah, I did break the time record on this one.
Ooh, good job.
Thank you. Love the sound of the engine purring. Well, we got 2 more tracks of that, Robert, so let's keep it going. With Rouge's one, I always fall off the side.
KJ. Yeah, hers was freaking hard!
Yeah, sometimes it's falling off the sides, like when you don't expect to. For me, like the big holes in the middle were definitely something to get used to, especially when I was first playing the game.
Now, who built these roads? And you're racing the other characters. I was just racing some like random taxis and stuff.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing the story mode, when you beat it in one story, you get just all the kart races, and then when you beat the second one, you get this in 2-player mode. So it's just like a little extra thing. I think you know, it's fine for what it is. Again, like if you're expecting Mario Kart, then you're just gonna be disappointed. But like, you know, it's decent.
Well, you know what? I suck at Mario Kart 2. I have fun anyway playing that game when I get the opportunity. It's amusing regardless. But I wasn't good at Mario Kart either, so I was not primed to be good at this kart racer either.
Yeah, honestly, I used to play this pretty casually when I had my GameCube set up many years ago, and this was kind of like the first kart racer I really got like any sort of experience in and got decent at. So made it a little weird when I was trying to learn Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, but yeah, I knew that one was going to be a bit different. Or, well, a lot different, to be honest, but, you know. Uh-oh. Come on, Shadow. The last couple of turns. Do you have Shadow's alternate cart? Yes. This is a 100% save file, so I do have all the carts. Shadow's alternate cart is a little harder to control. Just because, like, I believe it's like, yeah, the speed is up like really high, but like acceleration is something crazy. So I just go with the normal cart. Grip doesn't change on it. I might as well show off everyone's extra here. So Sonic, he's got like his own extra cart. With Tails, it becomes like this little chow. That like Robert was talking about, like the roar of the engine. I believe earlier. And this one, you know that like little baby toy where like you push it along and it's like popping all the balls.
Oh no.
That's what this one, the noise that it makes. That's the noise it makes. It's wow. Very amusing to me. Knuckles has this beast of a car. Shadow's got like an almost 60s Batmobile looking thing. Eggman's got a pretty souped up car of his own, and then Rouge's.
I like the back of his car. It's like his like face, because of course it does.
Oh yeah, and then Rouge has the egg robo. So that's all the alternate cars. Yes, indeed, Spidey. More than one car per character. Some of them swap out for alternate characters, but Sonic, Shadow, and Eggman and Knuckles have like second cars that they can drive around in.
Luke O'Sullivan asked, I wonder if Shadow was taught to drive. I mean, like, he's a year old here, and there's no cars on the Ark, at least none I can see. Driving simulator. That's the same, right?
Microsoft
like
Driving Simulator.
Yay! Oh god, he almost killed Tails. Run Sonic off the road!
They're in my way.
Must be destroyed.
At all costs.
Yeah, I agree, Crossmare Girl Ovia. Rouge should have had an alternate car.
That would have been nice. The Egg Robo was a really interesting choice, I must say.
Goodness, this is the one with the holes in the track.
Oh yeah, it is the expert course, so they're gonna throw some stuff at you, certainly. All right. Final lap already.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like no matter how good you're doing, you're always just gonna bump into something along the way. It's just the truth of it. Oh yeah.
Mayor's gonna kick you guys out of town.
Well, in the context of Sonic Adventure 2, you do have a pretty good reason for kicking out the dark characters.
Here I come.
I hope you had a good birthday yesterday, Lindsay and Jake Kangaroo Mouse.
Oh yeah, certainly. I hope you liked the birthday messages that Dennis and I did for you a couple days ago on the stream. Oh, hey, I beat the time, I think, on all 3 of these. Nice.
Wow.
Well, we're surprisingly done with the gaming content here. That was fast.
It was fast. You knocked that out in 43 minutes.
It just, my goodness.
In fact, maybe slightly less. Because we had like the intro, so I'm gonna say 40 minutes.
It's somewhere around that ballpark. Well, there we go. That was pretty good. Ignore the very small size of the window for the video. That was just to hide it behind the game. Let's just fit to screen. There we go. Now it looks normal. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, we got an update from Vinny actually. Says I might have to start a little late today. Oh man, that means we get overtime.
Oh my goodness.
Uh, okay, guys. Before I start the video, I'm just gonna take a second to put my controller away and stuff, just to just so that they're not like laying down on the desk this whole time. Uh, so yeah, just gonna BRB for a quick bit, and I'm sure KN will be able to tend to your needs for this small little bit. It'll be like a couple minutes at most.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the KN Airline. You are all members of the first class, sitting in the front rows with the most spacious seats available, and the airline food is for free. Can I take your order? Sweet said, that actually works for me because I'm going to go get a tree with my mom. Ooh, have fun. We already put up our tree and decorated it, so that was fun. The cats keep messing with like the bell type of ornaments. I keep hearing like little ringing sounds whenever one of them bats at them, so I know they're up to trouble over there. Or the dragon hog would like a pizza. Here you go. Thank you for choosing KN Airlines. Is that what I called it before? Hang on, let me see. Shadow of Sephiran, no, I don't have airline qualifications exactly. I'm just the stewardess. I am not the pilot. Unfortunately, the pilot, skull902, has, stepped out of the cockpit for the moment, so, well, let's have a great time while we, survive. Let me see. Sorry, one second. Alright, and here we go. Lyrical said, "You're a stewardess? Oh, wow! I'm a pretend stewardess. I don't have a real stewardess job. But I'd be a good stewardess, you know I would. I would show everybody how to put those seatbelts on, then how to use your emergency flotation devices and your barf bag, and I'd be good at it." Oh yeah, Felicia, go eat some food. You had a blueberry pie? Well, that's still good stuff. Let's see. I had a sandwich earlier and like some yogurt, and I had some applesauce. I had to chew the sandwich carefully though, because I've still got, yeah, like everybody wanted to know this, I still have like from my dental surgery on the 1st, I still have stitches and like a bone graft in there, so I have to chew carefully. So it's a little uncomfortable still. Oh, so I have to be careful. And let's see. Crossmare Girl Ovia said, "We haven't had a full-sized Christmas tree in like 3 years because the last time we had half a tree thanks to our cats." Oh no! I'm sorry. They're good little creatures, but quite mischievous. Aura the Dragon Hog said, "I just ate a Chilean casserole. That sounds delicious." Oh no. Yeah, sorry, I don't know if that was too much information. Kel978 said, "A bone graft, that sounds painful." Yeah, I won't go into too many details, but it was a bit of a urgent dental situation, and that was the end result. It did require stitches and a bone graft. I didn't hurt myself like I didn't like fall down and like break my jaw or something like that. It's not like that. It was a tooth problem that became a capital P problem. So, yeah, and like I was talking about earlier on my stream, I was not able to speak for that Friday's live stream on the Sonic Song channel, and I had already like put together like a whole guest list for an Among Us on the Ark stream, and people had changed their schedules around just to be there, so I was like, I am not able to speak, but we're still doing this. And so the squad came in clutch and helped out, and I had like a Sage soundboard that I made so that I could kind of talk. Like, I recorded Though, like, the audio piece, that was still my voice, but I recorded those, the day before, because I knew I was gonna have the oral surgery in the morning. Yeah, let's talk about teeth while Skull's away.
Oh, no worries
Oh.
about that.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
how's your teeth?
Oh, well, I was actually about to bring that up. I mentioned it on Vinny's stream some time ago earlier this year, that like my teeth, I inherited a bad trait from my dad.
Uh-oh.
My dad has really
Soft
brittle,
enamel?
like really brittle teeth, right?
Mm.
There's like a whole chunk of teeth just like half broken. On the upper
Oh.
half of his mouth. Uh, so I've had some chips here and there, and I went to the dentist last year, uh, just to really get the extent of it because I've been having a consistent toothache for some time now. Uh,
Oh, that
so
sucks.
so when I went to the dentist last year, they X-rayed my jaw and everything, and the dentist was just like, well, your teeth are just not serviceable. You're gonna have
Oh.
to get them all removed at some point. And I was like, oh, that's lovely. And then of course scheduling conflicts, and one of the specialists, like the closest specialist on a list, they gave us a bunch of specialists. They just don't answer their phones, so we weren't able to like schedule an appointment with them. So like
Mm.
I'm gonna have to go to the dentist again. So it's been over a year, and I still haven't had this jaw surgery that I apparently need. So
I'm sorry. The problem I had started about a year ago, and it took me that long to see anybody too. So, uh, yeah, sometimes that stuff takes like a long time until it's like suddenly like an emergency. Then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, oh okay, we better take this person now that they're like in extremely urgent situation."
yeah,
But yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear about that. I feel like there's kind of a stigma. There's definitely a stigma about like having your teeth removed, so it makes it sad and kind of scary. But I do have friends who have had all of their like regular like natural teeth removed, and you would never know because of the way they like handle it. You'd have no idea. They've got a beautiful smile and everything, but they did have to. I forget what the problem was, but they did have to have all their natural teeth removed, and then they've got like I think those are I don't know if they're implants or anything. It's not like I ask questions about this, but I remember finding that out like years later. I was like, oh, I would never have guessed.
oh man, yeah. That's generally encouraging because like my biggest fear is that afterward that my speech will be messed up, and doing what I do
I
here on
Yeah,
YouTube, that would be terrible. Uh,
I understand, man. That was I was a little worried about that too. I'm like, what? I guess you know what? All of my characters are just gonna develop a lisp. It's okay. It'll be cute.
uh, goodness. All right. Well, since we have so much time, should I show like the original video too, just to give some context, or
Yeah, you might as well. There are some people who mentioned in the chat earlier today that they hadn't seen the first one. So
yeah,
yeah,
so,
double feature, man. Let's go.
sure thing. All right. I'll have to open up. Shut up
Yeah,
for a
I'm
second.
sorry for all of you guys and your dentist problems.
Yeah, no,
I think it's a problem for everyone.
it sucks for sure. I'm gonna share OBS with you, KN, so that you can get an idea of when the video ends, and all that. Um, all right, so this is Shadows Confusion 1. This came out in 2017. Uh, So you'll notice back then, when I made the skit, I didn't have a computer, so I had to use like uh, my little brother's Samsung S4 for the microphone, and then I would have to like waltz over to my grandma's to use her computer to edit it. So it was a very interesting time. Uh, but yes, this video is 6 years old. Uh, what we're watching is the HD re-release from the year after. So yeah, it's a parody of the Shadow the Hedgehog video game. And let's just give this a quick look before really premiering the sequel. So I'm a mute my microphone, and
Me too.
let's get to watching this.
You've proven yourself worthy, Shadow. There is a Chaos Emerald in this city. I want you to find it.
Yes, Black Doom. Here it is, just as you asked.
You deliberately disobeyed me.
What?
Traitor.
No, I'm no traitor. I just swore my loyalty to you.
If you were so loyal, then get me some ice cream.
What flavor?
Go.
Oh, why'd you throw it out?
It was chocolate. What sane individual eats chocolate ice cream? I told you to get mint.
No, you didn't.
Traitor.
Not this again. Look, how do you suppose I show you my dedication?
Kill that guy.
Fine.
Oh God, I'm dying! Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm done.
Oh my God.
What now?
I didn't actually mean that, Shadow. You took me too seriously.
You've got to be kidding me.
I was, but then you killed that guy in cold blood.
Great. Now we're gonna have to dispose of the body. Speaking of blood, though, I'm kinda surprised he didn't start bleeding. Gotta get that E10 rating somehow. Oh, God.
Who's this?
I'm Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Come on, Shadow. We've got to be extremely hyperactive while fighting off these black creatures.
You're friends with an enemy.
What? I'm not his friend.
Traitor, traitor, traitor.
Fantastic. So, why should I team up with you? Haha! Okay, that's it. I'm going the neutral path.
Ah, Shadow. Fancy meeting you here. Would you mind joining my side and fighting alongside me? Hmm? I've got cookies!
Shove it, Doctor!
Oh, well, that's just rude. Where do you want me to shove my cookies? Up my ass? Because I don't want to do that. That's gross. You're gross. Get out of my sight!
So yeah, that was the original. Oh man, I can't believe it's been 6 years. Ooh-wee.
I'm flies. Like, what year did that come out in? How long? What year was it 6 years ago?
2017.
Oh my goodness.
I'm glad to see that that you guys enjoyed the original so much. Hopefully, the sequel lives up to that. Oh, thank you so much. Uh, let's see, Robert said, "Look, if you're Shadow the Hedgehog, right, you're plugging in a second controller and having Sonic kill all the humans." Sweet says 2017 was when I got back to Sonic. Oh man, I hope that it's been an enjoyable ride since. Eggman kind of sounds like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. Love it. Rabbit's got a really, I think, unique but also amazingly perfect Eggman voice.
When you find the sound you want that fits the vibe of your specific project, you know it.
Oh yeah, that's what I felt too, because this was the first video actually that he debuted that particular Eggman voice in, and it's been an enjoyable experience hearing Rabbit as Eggman ever since. Uh, uh, Not bad, but never played that game. It's a pretty alright game. The gameplay in and of itself I think is good. The story is just awful, and that's why that's why it's rife for parody. Uh, Speaking of which, we got the second video now. Just gonna play this in just a sec. It does get a little dark, I mean, like it's not much darker than the original, I would think, but just throwing that out there. Uh, But
Are
yeah,
you able
everybody.
to screen share me? I didn't actually get to see your OBS, so I was guessing when you'd finished the first one.
Oh, is it not like showing up for you?
Yeah, it might be a me problem because like I'm an old woman and I don't know how anything works.
Because like I'm seeing it. Uh, so
What
maybe it.
button do I press to
You,
get it to not be your profile picture?
oh, click my profile picture and then like it should have a thing.
Oh, haha. Yes, I'm like a 93-year-old woman, so I don't know how anything works.
It's okay. Are you seeing it now?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool. So you'll be able to see the second video in real time. All right, guys.
Yay!
Let's get this going. Shadows Confusion 2, beginning right now.
We have seen the path that Shadow took to uncover the truth.
Okay, that's it. I'm going the neutral path.
But there are alternate timelines in which the Hedgehog chose differently. Today, we take a look at some of these scenarios.
Shadow! Glad to see you! Let's shut down Eggman's theme park!
Why? This looks like a legitimate business to me.
Because he stole my emerald? He didn't even ask! The nerve of that guy!
Well, I am looking for that damn fourth Chaos Emerald anyway. I suppose I could steal it off you when we're done here.
What was that, Shadow? My burning hatred toward Eggman's lack of manners is making it hard for me to hear.
Nothing. How do you suppose we get your emerald back?
Get 400 rings! That'll clearly work!
That's stupid, but okay. I have 399 anyway.
Shadow! Behind you!
Huh? Damn it. But it's only 10. I can recover. Would you stop? Okay, now I'm getting really mad. If you don't... I swear to God. Tails, screw your mission.
Oh, man!
Shadow, thank Master Emerald you're here. We've got important work to do.
Like what?
Defuse 20 bombs.
20? That's quite a lot of bombs just laying around.
They're also extremely easy to accidentally set off, and you need to deactivate them with a vacuum gun.
That's utterly ridiculous. What's the dark mission?
Detonate 5 bombs.
Is there a gold ring?
No.
This is the only level without one.
Goodbye.
Well, this sucks.
Shadow! Good to see you around! Could you help me with something?
What do you need?
Vector told me to find 5 top secret discs. But, like, what's a top secret disc?
You mean you don't know? Aren't you supposed to be a detective?
I'm also 6.
Yeah, well, you're also pretty stupid. Most 6-year-olds know what a disc is.
I'm telling!
Moron. Oh hey, a CD. Good job using your expert hacking skills, Shadow. Thanks. I just kinda hit the keyboard. Now all that's left to do is steal Eggman's files from inside his computer. Ah, so that's where we are right now. Question. Go ahead. Are we high?
You kids, get out of my folders!
Damn, we've been detected.
Shadow the Hedgehog, I have a very intense, undying hatred for Eggman. As a fellow robot, would you join me in my quest for revenge?
Robot? What are you talking about?
Those guys there are all robots.
Well, that's a bit freaky. Guess I'm a robot now. No need to check whatsoever. What do we need to do to take down our oppressive creator, Omega?
Shoot down his slow-moving blimp with an absurdly high amount of hit points.
Sounds pretty boring.
We also have a time limit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Got robo things to do, you know, beep boop and all that.
I quite enjoy the beep boop.
So, Shadow, I know you've been routinely kicking our tails and making us look like fools while unquestionably siding with the Black Arms. But would you mind helping Gun protect its Chaos Emerald while your guys are invading our base?
A Chaos Emerald, you say? You know I'm just gonna take it for myself and plot to conquer the universe, right?
Yeah, that was the expectation. The universe, though? Aren't you getting a little too hopeful there?
I suppose that's a bit ambitious to start off with, yeah.
I can help you plan things out if you want.
Yes. You will be Rouge the Bat, the ultimate secretary.
Hey, as long as I don't have to die, that works for me.
I am Shadow the Hedgehog, a research experiment gone deadly wrong. I've caused so much destruction. I should never have been created. This is who I am.
Hey, don't go there yet. Things may not be what they seem.
What's that supposed to mean?
It hasn't been proven with 100% certainty. You're just probably responsible for the deaths of hundreds.
Vector?
What? I'm just trying to give you a little pep talk.
Well, you're not doing a very good job.
Some people.
Shadow, we need your help. Gun troops have injured our researchers, and...
Yeah, hold on. I am very confused right now.
But, Shadow, the researchers...
I know, but like, what is even going on right now? Am I dreaming? Having a flashback? Did Black Doom actually take me to the past, or is this just a simulation?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
There he is. Maria! Damn, not here!
Dude, why'd you aim right for the teenage girl? That's fucked up, man.
Because teenage girls scare the shit out of me.
Shadow, thank goodness I found you. You see...
Amy, you're one of the few people I actually like, so please, unless if it's extremely important, just let me get to the goal ring.
Cream wandered off into the haunted castle. I'd very much appreciate it if you could help me find her. I'm really worried.
Oh. No problem. Let's go save Cream.
And there we have it. Shadow's confusion too. Oh goodness. Hope that you guys enjoyed. Seems like you did. If you'd like to see the video proper, without VLC media player or whatever, here's the actual link for it. I will just pin that.
Yeah, go watch in HD.
Yeah, watch in full quality. That's where it is, and you can find it there. So yeah, let's see, Sai Patel, hello, welcome to the stream. I think you missed the premiere by just a little bit, but again, pinned comment. I got the link up for the video, and hope that you guys enjoyed. Who voiced Human Maria? Why? Why? I think it's the lovely co-host sitting next to me.
It's uncredited KN. That was just me. That was me imitating how Maria actually sounds in the game itself. Like, obviously that's not at all the same Maria voice I do on my channel where she's a hedgehog, so I don't know if I was that recognizable.
Yeah, goodness. That one, Human Maria and Eggman were both recorded 5 years ago.
Gosh.
I do distinctly remember asking, like, KN, I'm gonna have you do Maria here, but oh, this was also supposed to be like her big return to sprite videos on the channel too, but then the video got delayed, so it ended up being a different project.
Just have her die, so here we go.
It was like, oh man, KN voices Maria, isn't that cool? But then she also became the regular voices of Tails and Rouge again. So, but about Maria, I was like, all right, I know you do this voice for her, but she sounds like this in the game, and of all the people I have contact with right now, I think you're the person that would best be able to do it. And I remember plenty of times where we were talking about it, and Kane would be like, "That voice is weird."
There was a certain like speaking style from like early 2000s video games, and I because Tikal talks like that too. They're not the same actress, are they?
No, unless if
There's an odd old school cadence to the way they spoke in the earlier games, so it makes it sound a little unnatural.
yeah, a pretty unusual way of speaking. But uh, you know, just
By
for
the
whatever reason,
way,
for
if
whatever reason, I wanted it to be like a bit of a voice
name
match.
accurate.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, in case you were wondering, here's the cast list. Shadow, Black Doom, Espio, Omega, and Gun Soldier number 1 were voiced by Skull902. The narrator and Knuckles were voiced by Vindo. From the Vindo YT channel, our friend Vinny. I was Tails and Rouge. Charmy B was voiced by Skrillo. Dr. Eggman and Gunman Soldier 2 was Rabid Sonic fan. Vector is CJ01, who plays Vector on my channel also. And Amy Rose and Cream were played by Lyrical Miracle 9608. Woo! Who was
Yeah.
also here in the chat. So in case you were wondering who played who, that's everybody.
There we go. That's actually a bit of a miscrediting. Not on your part,
Oh, did you?
on mine.
I read the list.
I messed up the list a little bit. Cream's not in the video.
Well, she was lost in the mansion, so you just couldn't hear her screams.
Oh, right, of course. Let's see. I had no idea Vinda was Knuckles. Really? Because like
I noticed that immediately and I got confused because I can't unhear Vinny's natural speaking voice as the character I'm used to him playing. So I was like, oh, Vinny!
yeah, and like I guess it's just because I've heard him so much, right? That like it sounds like a Vinny voice to me, but you know, she was I read that as compressed for some reason. Omnipresent. Uh,
I'm
yeah,
so sorry that
Cream
Cream the Rabbit's been compressed.
Cream was watching over us all this whole time. Slytherin90 was asking, can you sound like Tikal?
If I
Can.
listened to her voice clips, I could probably imitate in some way or another, but I don't usually count Tikal as one of my voices. Normally, if somebody asks, like, can you do a Tikal voice, I'll try to recommend somebody else.
And I'm actually curious about that right now, because this was the
I
Four
mean,
Kids cast, and you know,
oh, yeah, I
Tikal and
guess I
Sonic
haven't
Adventure.
tried.
Yeah, Tikal and Sonic Adventure was before that, but Tikal was in Sonic X, right? So
I forgot about that.
and
Let me.
so her voice actor there was Rebecca Honig, who voiced Cream, and Maria Robotnik in Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh my God!
Oh.
Okay, so you were right in a sense.
Okay, well.
Oh my God, and she did the
This.
voice for Vanilla the Rabbit too.
Oh.
And I mentioned that specifically because for whatever reason the direction for Vanilla in Sonic X was like
It just sounds like an old woman, and
yeah
she's like
25 or something at most.
yeah they gave her like the sweet old lady cadence.
Like, dude, Vector is 20. I don't know how much older Vanilla is than that. Like, and she's got a very young daughter, so she could be in her 20s or 30s. I guess you could be in your 40s if you wanted to, but I can't imagine that they designed her to be double Vector's age.
Yeah. Felicia was saying Vinny's natural voice sounds surprisingly fitting for Knuckles now that I think about it. Vinny does a really good Scott Dreer Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic Heroes Knuckles, and I heard him do it a whole lot, and I was just like, hey Vinny, I need a new Knuckles. I hate my own Knuckles voice, so could you could you maybe be my go-to voice for Knuckles? And he was like, sure. and I was very happy about that.
You know, honestly, I feel like for Tikal, she could be voiced by any, like, feminine-leaning voice, and it would probably be fine. I never felt like she had that distinctive like, a voice. So, like, as long as you were, like, I don't know, performing the character well, any, like, feminine voice I feel like could work fine for her that's, like, in the medium to medium high range. Like, she wouldn't sound like Rouge or anything, but I think it's probably pretty flexible for somebody, like, looking to voice a female Sonic character. I think Tikal's got, like, lots of flexible options.
Yeah.
I was just listening to her clips from Sonic X. I'm like, oh, she just, you know, she just sounds like a normal girl walking around.
Yeah. She definitely does sound like a bit different, like in Sonic Adventure. I think a lot of that just has to do with the fact that, well, you know, that's kind of the case for most of the characters in like the original cast. But what I was going to mention was that Tikal wasn't voiced by like a professional actor in Sonic Adventure. It was
It's just
literally
one
like
on the
it was. I think it was legit like a sound producer's girlfriend was the voice of Tikal.
Well, that's just kind of what it was like for like early, like the earlier generation of voiced video games. It didn't matter. Did you
Yeah,
just grab
there was
whoever, come in and read?
there was definitely a lot of range. You could get professional voice acting. You could get like the developers themselves. Like in Rareware's case, they never really hired pro actors. They just got people in the studio to do it. Uh, or you could go on the complete other end of the spectrum and do like games like Resident Evil and like Mega Man 8, where like uh, they uh, they got like some English speaking actors who were living in Japan, brought them into like a broom closet basically in some building, and got very weird voice direction from people who didn't understand English. That's
Oh
how video
wow,
game voice acting was back then. A very mixed
wonderful.
bag.
The Wild West voiceover. It was just beginning.
Yeah. Uh, Welcome back, Aurora. I was seeing Aurora was back earlier. Lindsay and Jake actually had a thing earlier. Skull's voice's shadow makes my heart beat, and I hope that that's a compliment.
At least you know you're alive.
At least Lindsay and Jake know they're alive. Uh, yeah, and I hope that's a good thing. Uh, Reuben the Wolf Cat says, I think Sonic X is what got me in the fandom. I remember watching it with my friend a really long time ago. It's a fair amount of people's gateway. Like if you were a 2000s kid, uh, it was probably either like Sonic Adventure 2, like when that came out on the GameCube, that introduced a whole lot of new fans to the franchise. Uh, Sonic Heroes probably as well if you had one of the other consoles. Sonic Mega Collection maybe, and then Sonic X was probably also like a really big gateway into the franchise. Kind of,
My
sort
entry
of
point,
the case for me as well. I'm sorry, you were saying?
yeah, my entry point was the original Sega Genesis games. I loved Sonic 1, but I was bad at it. And then Sonic 2 came out where you could like play as Tails and then you're the invincible assistant to your older brother in that gameplay style, and so that really brought me in. And then in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, there was like freaking Knuckles, and I was like, this will be my favorite character for all of time. And so it was Sega Genesis games and the Sonic Archie comics. And then I did not have any of the consoles that the Sonic games moved on to. So like starting in like the early 2000s or whatever, I had a complete disconnect from Sonic anything. And what brought me back again, I think it was in like it was 2008. My sister Ames got the Sonic Heroes game on the PlayStation. I don't remember what year Sonic Heroes came out, but it was '08 that we played it, and I was like, "Oh, that's adorable. Who the heck are all these characters?" I knew who Team Chaotix was. I was just like, "What the heck is Mighty? How can you have the other three and like Mighty's not there? This doesn't make any sense." I didn't know who the heck Shadow and Rouge and Omega were, but I saw Rouge and I was like, "That is the cutest bat I've ever seen, and I love her.
You
Knew who
looked at
Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles were.
Shadow and
I
you were like, man, Antoine's looking a lot different these days.
know what's going on. I knew he was like some other guy. I'd seen commercials for the Sonic, like the Shadow the Hedgehog game, where he's on the motorcycle and he's got the guns. I saw the commercials. I was extraordinarily unimpressed with that as a concept. It's like, what happened? There is no way I'm gonna be even remotely interested in that. This looks so dumb. And now I love him.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I didn't even know who the heck, like, I didn't know who Cream was, I didn't know who Big was. I'd seen Amy to some, like, limited, because I never got to play Sonic CD, so I didn't even know her from, like, that game either. I just knew her a little bit from the comics, and so, like, that was the extent of my knowledge. But playing Sonic Heroes is what brought me back in, and I've been in ever since.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, and I was huge on Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I loved that show. I couldn't wake up early enough most of the time for Sonic Sat AM. When I could catch it, I loved it. And my brother used to tease me because I couldn't wake up early enough to watch the Big Kid Sonic show. Like, shut up. That was okay. I loved my AOTSH.
Yeah, you know, they're two very different shows, certainly, but
Yeah.
That's
Never
another
saw
thing.
Sonic Underground. Mm-hmm.
That's another thing, like how TV and stuff was very interesting back then too. You know, we got like two Sonic shows at the same time that had very different premises, and stuff like that. Uh, that I don't think would be happening today whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know of any other instance where that's happened. Like,
Yeah.
not that I'm the biggest, like, TV connoisseur in the first place, but has there been another instance where it was literally the same show, be it, like, with new episodes coming out, with, like, the same characters and stuff? It's just a different premise. Because, like, the closest I can think of is, like, Teen Titans and then Teen Titans Go, but those did not come out at the same
Yeah,
time.
those are
It
very
was the same
different.
idea, like, it branched off, same characters, totally different take on, you know, the characters and story. But, like, it would be like if those two things were coming out at the same time. Has that ever happened with another, like, with another character? I don't know.
I'd have to really think about it. I think that might have happened with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, at some point, but that's like a complete and total guess in the first place, and like I'd have to look into it.
That'd be a good guess. I don't know if that's how it happened because, like, most of the TMNT projects are, like, labeled with the year they came out. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, what if they're... Is it possible maybe, like, one of the, like, that live action show was coming
Yeah,
out while new episodes
that's what
of the animated ones?
That's what I'm thinking, because like by the time the next mutation
Ooh.
came out, like was broadcasting new episodes, the original show was done for a little bit, but the original show might have still been in reruns.
And even that's not quite the same.
Yeah,
Adventures of
it's
Sonic
not
the
quite the
Hedgehog and
same.
Sat AM had new episodes coming out at the same time.
Yeah,
Who does that? It was dope, but who does that?
it's so strange. Like, you know, when they made a Mario cartoon, same company, they made a Mario cartoon, you know, years earlier, and it was just the one Mario cartoon.
Whatever you do, don't play the Do the Mario song on your live stream. You'll get in trouble.
Swing your arms.
From side to side.
Yeah. Swift says I'm about to go to bed after Kayan's reaction to the photo. All right. Here, let's just get that real quick. Swift had a picture of a Sonic plush that she won in a claw game, if I remember correctly.
Oh, claw game? I
Yeah.
love claw game.
I'll just copy and paste that to you real quick. It's an amusing plush because he looks very angry.
Oh no. Yeah, he looks real angry. I think he's probably mad because his socks are having a problem. His socks are, like, right up on his knee, so he's like, what happened? I ordered socks and this is what I get? Knee bracelets? I'm calling my lawyer.
The cuffs of my socks just slipped off. Now the bottoms of them are gonna get all caught up under my feet in these shoes.
My ankles are cold.
It's gonna feel weird.
Oh, Felicia Rose Antonia said, you can actually win things from claw games? You can, but you have to assess the claw game. Some of them are just unwinnable, so you have to, like, spend a little bit of your, like, dollars or tokens or whatever assessing if the game is even remotely winnable. And then, when you find something that you can work with, then you have to be willing to get, like, any prize that's, like, loose enough. You can't be like, that's the specific one I want, even though it's buried under other things. But I think they're kind of fun. Oh yeah, you also have to decide how much you're willing to spend for your entertainment, and don't go over.
Yeah.
Some people can get, like, into that mode of, like, just one more. I almost got it. It was so close, and then you, like, spent $50 on something that was probably, like, took $2 to manufacture.
Yeah, the thing about it though is that, like, the owner of any given claw machine, they're a bit interesting in their construction. You see this with, like, modern ones where, like, it can change the grip strength depending on like the attempt that's being played. So, like, you can set it to like loosen its strength, and then, like, every 100 plays, like, the grip gets better, so it's much less likely for someone to win something in those 99 other attempts.
Yeah, and that's why you need to assess first when you're approaching the claw machine, because some of them, it's just not gonna happen. And you can tell, I think, within, oftentimes first play, you're like, oh, this thing's a cheap, this isn't gonna work. So it's, you gotta assess first, because yeah, that's true. There's, like, settings they can do to make sure they don't just get, like, totally wiped out.
Yeah, and like older machines, just have, like, a straight up, it's this strength forever, sort of deal. So
Aw.
you kind of have to know, like, your machines, as well, and some slimy bastards really like setting that grip strength real low. So
Yeah, does it hurt to does it hurt to let people have a little fun? I did I've sometimes found a few where I was able to win, like, 5 things from them, and then I'm like, "Okay, I think I'm good." Like, actually, for my sister Ames's wedding, we all went down to, like, we were staying at a hotel because we had to go into a particular location for the wedding, like, a few days early. And I have a habit of waking up pretty early in the morning, and so while everybody else was asleep, I went down to, like, the claw machine games, did my assessments, played for a while, and by the time everybody else was awake, I came up, and my arms are, like, loaded with these plushies. I'm like, all right, guys, everybody pick one. Ames gets 2. That was fun.
and then the sad part was that
Methodist Dark Falcon said the last prize I got was a Shadow plushie. I've never found a Sonic one, so I've never tried one of those.
I'm sure I've seen Sonic. I don't recall very vividly though. I'm sure at some point I must have, because I've seen so many different properties in those machines. So far my track record is pretty poor. I've won but a single prize, and I still have it to this day. Was
Victory Screech.
Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. I accompanied my dad on a little trip, and I believe it was in I know it was somewhere in the Southwest. So if I recall correctly, we were staying somewhere in Arizona. It was either there or New Mexico, and there was this little beanbag bear, I believe, advertising the hotel we were staying at, if I remember correctly, or like the building that we were in. And it was like sitting upright. So I just happened to luck into, like, getting the claw to, like, latch onto its head, and I won, and that's the only claw machine prize I've ever won so far.
Awesome. I've won a lot of like useless junk, but it was like cute stuff. Like I won't usually try a claw machine unless the things in it are kind of cute. Um, I guess those like big circular plushies of like different animals I got at Ames's wedding was that was one of my more successful runs. I got like these orb parakeet plushies at like a bowling alley claw machine, and that's what got me hooked on it. I won 3 of them, and I was like, this is the best day of my life. I won 4 at like a little sushi keychain claw machine. They're like these little plushy keychains of different sushis, and those were adorable. I won 4 times on that one. And then one time, I think at was it like the Las Vegas airport? Because like of course it was. There was like this little thing with like these little plastic figurines of different dog breeds in there, and I think I won 6 times on that one. I got 5 dogs and a duck.
Oh man.
And I had a good time. But you know what? As often as I've won things, I also have lost a lot as well. So you have to decide how much you're willing to do. And it's just I think that the game itself is fun. Like I like the assessing and the moving the claws around and stuff. So it's I do it for the amusement.
Yeah, I know my older brother got pretty good at it. And like that one win that I do have was just entirely luck. But nowadays I know that there's like strategy involved and whatnot. So if I gave it another shot, I could try and apply that knowledge to it now. Uh, Also, to Miracle, sorry to hear about you getting ripped off there uh, with winning that Peach one. Uh,
Peach's legs.
if only she wasn't holding on. Uh, but no, absolutely, they should have helped you with that. Uh, let's see here. Shadow Sephirin says, yeah, I tried so many times at a claw machine with Sonic plushies. I thought that Shadow looked easy to get, but it just wasn't. Or sorry, but I just wasn't good at it, or it was very rigged. Either way,
It's
it
rough
could be.
when you're trying to go for like plushies that have like when they're top heavy. If it's a character that's got like a big head and kind of a noodly body, you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, that's definitely one part of the strategy is that you gotta look at uh, the part that you think is the most latchable.
It's true. At the bowling alley one where I got those parakeet plushies, there was one machine like this was my first experience in figuring out how to assess on claw machines, so I lacked the knowledge at this time, but there was a claw machine that had Luna plushies from Sailor Moon, and I was like, that one, let's try that one. And that's where I learned the this thing is too top heavy and the claw is too soft rules. I was like, oh man, that one was impossible. Nobody was gonna win that thing. But it
Oh
was
man,
Luna. You can't get too attached to the thing you're going after because uh the claw machine decides who will go and who will stay.
exactly. Uh,
Ah,
let's see here. Crossmare said, I've never won anything from those machines. The one with Amy I mentioned before also had Sonic, but I found him in a store later that day, so it was fine. No Amy for me yet, though. Don't worry, you'll get Amy at some point.
yes, they're coming out with like more new Sonic merch. I passed by a toy store the other day and they had like, Sonic Prime merch in there, both in figurines and plushies. They had blind boxes for Sonic figurines. And like those ones were like the original ones. I got lucky on those. I normally don't like to do blind boxes because I'd rather know what I'm about to get.
Yeah,
But I did get Shadow, Knuckles, and Tails from it, so I didn't have any repeats, so that was cool. Um, Most merch I just get online though, because then I can pick exactly the thing that I want.
yeah, for sure. That was definitely kind of the problem when uh excuse me, uh Kat, formerly known as Symph, and Tori came over for a visit a couple weeks ago. We made a bet on a football game and I won. And the wager was the loser buys the winner a gift. So we went to the mall, and we went to a good fair few stores, and I just didn't see anything, so I didn't I didn't claim any prize.
Oh well.
Uh, see here. Shadow Sephron says, "See, Sonic plushies aren't really sold here, so that claw machine was a real opportunity. I've had to get all my plushies online instead, though. Ah, darn.
I think my Rouge plushie was originally only able to be won at a claw game machine in Japan,
Yep.
but I bought her on eBay. But I think I've gotten a great use from her, so I think it was worth the purchase, even though at the time that was the most expensive thing I ever bought. That wasn't like a video game system or like an electronic type of thing, like a computer.
And at the
In
time
terms
that
of
was
collector's items, boy howdy.
one of only two Rouge plushes ever made. So both
Yeah,
Japanese
now they have.
exclusive.
Mm, yeah, and there was like the big Rouge plush that was in the
Mm-hmm.
SA2 style. That one is fancy.
It
But
really is.
now the the Great Eastern run of like the newer plushies makes these things so much more accessible. They made official ones very affordably of like a lot of characters I had to get custom made in plush form back in the day, so that's good. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's really cool, and they have a lot of options. It's just too bad that that only really applies if you live in the United States, because I'm sure that there are other vendors, right, that will buy up some stock and sell to other places. But like if you get from GE themselves, for whatever reason, they don't ship outside of the U.S. Uh, so that's kind of like the problem that Shadow Sephron is having. I would imagine because
What kind of
he's from
what
Australia.
kind of company is called Great Eastern and only ships to the West?
Yeah, was right, and only one country in the West too. Like not even
Yeah,
Canada.
what the heck? Canada! Oh, that's terrible.
Well,
I
I
didn't
know like
even know that.
I know Canadian customs are pretty bad, but like I mean, come on, you're a big old company. I'm sure that that they give you like a credit for that or something. Uh, see, Spider Plush says some unknown skeleton sent me Tangle and Whisper plushies. Oh yeah, that was a thing. Speaking of uh, uh, Great Eastern, uh, they're introducing ones of like the comic characters too, so that that's just a nice bevy of options that you got with those.
It's good that they like broadened which characters they'd make. It's just nice. I have those Tangle and Whisper plushies, by the way, just for
Ooh man.
collection purposes. I don't necessarily have any plans of like using them for anything. It's just when Great Eastern comes out with like new ones, I do like to have my collection expanded, so I have those ones. I did order to call when she came out, but someone I think stole the package, so I'm like, I hope you enjoy.
Man. Uh, I know. I think it's been released, but I know that they announced it certainly. Sage. Is that on
Yeah,
your list?
yeah. I don't have her yet. I want one, but not yet. But
Gotcha.
yeah, she's available now. I think she's past pre-orders at this point. I think you get her on Amazon for like $30 or something.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Sweet says I still need to get Rouge, Vector, Espio, and two other Great Eastern plushies. I got the Sage plush. I love her. Hey, that's nice. It's speaking of plush winners from the charity events. Sweet got a pretty good package deal from last year's Extra Life.
Ooh.
Sonic Shadow and their super forms.
I have those.
Yeah, there's a good few of them that I'd really like to uh, get as well. My Amazon wish. What is wrong with my brain? Wish list is is pretty full of them.
Excellent. I didn't end up like buying the officials of the ones I had custom made. Like I have a cut like the custom made Vector Charmy and Espio, for example, and like Infinite, and then years later they made official ones. I didn't replace my customs. I'm like a one and done collector, which is good for me because I do have a bit of an addictive personality, so collecting stuff is a way I can get myself into trouble. Fortunately for my wallet, I only need one version of a plushie and then I'm good to go. Otherwise, I'd probably be sitting there with like 500 Sonic the Hedgehog variations. I
Yeah,
don't need a new one. I already have them.
it's a bit of a weird thing for me because like as much as I would love to go and collect plushes and figures and whatnot. I got to keep a careful watch because I don't make very money, and like you can only ask for so many gifts. You know what I mean? Uh,
No, it's true. I bide my time on my collecting. Like my I guess most intense collecting things are just one version of Sonic plushies. Okay, but I've been working on that collection for like 15 years. And then like this is obscure KN lore. I love Prince Hans from Frozen and Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid, so I have like a little special collection of like their figures and like their little pin merch things, but those things are freaking expensive. I have to put away just a little bit of money at a time, and then I can eventually afford like a new piece because most of those are limited edition releases. And I'm like, here's my incredibly obscure Disney Prince collection. It's not Elsa, it's not Anna, it's not even Ariel. It's freaking Hans the Trash Prince and Prince Eric, who's the nicest lad on earth.
and so like uh, with my mindset on it, like I've got a few variations from different companies in different sizes as well of certain characters. So like uh,
That's fair. Some of them are worth getting. There's really nice variations, like Soap Shoes Sonic. I might do one of those, but I've never
man.
seen one, and I think that the price would scare me.
Yeah, no, the price for like a genuine soap shoe Sonic is astronomical. Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
I
Sega,
wanted the
come
Chris
on.
Thorndike one, but I haven't found one that was in good enough quality that I was willing to pay for.
Oh man, so like when I got my first set of Sonic merchandise, I got like two sets of plushes made by a company called Toy Network, and that was basically like in 2007. That was the only option
Mm.
really. Uh, uh, so and then like a few years later, I got like the little Jazzwares ones of Sonic and Shadow. The ones that I got before were like a bunch of characters, but like it back then I was kind of getting them for practical purposes because I wanted to use them in videos. And at least like when I first got like those original ones, thank God those plans didn't come to fruition because those videos would have
That
been
would have gotten expensive. Also,
that that
those figurines, man.
that video those videos would have been terrible. But you know, uh, goodness. But
Well, at the
now,
beginning, we're all terrible at the thing when we first start, but once you put like a few years into it, you look back and like, hey, I got pretty good.
I
So
mean,
maybe
like,
you would have eventually gotten good, but it would have been expensive.
I mean, like, particularly terrible though, man. I was 13 years old,
I
and just
believe in you. Piplup Fan 77 began when he was pretty young, and his stuff became amazing.
well, plush adventures just weren't in my future apparently. Uh, goodness. But now it's like, oh man, I'd like that variation of Sonic, but I have to be like very more careful about that sort of thing. Uh, I guess
Yeah, you
is
gotta choose the
the
things
deal.
you really, really want and not just buy like whatever just because it goes well in the collection
Yeah.
because yeah, that's a good way to go broke.
I think the point of what I was even trying to say as a whole on this whole little thing was that I guess it's always been like a matter of okay, I need I want to get like this one specifically, but like for different reasons. So like back then it was like, ah yes, this one will aid my videos, and nowadays it's like, all right, this is what I can get for now.
Well, that is why I was willing to spend so much to get that Rouge plush back in the day. Because I had story ideas for my YouTube channel, okay? So I was like, it'll be an investment. Even though that was back when, like, you know, you didn't make, like, people didn't make money on YouTube. This was too early for that. But I really wanted to make projects that she was in, and so I was willing to I was like, okay, fine. I'll fork up the money because it's the only Rouge plushie that there is. So here we go. And I think in the end that ended up being the right choice. But boy howdy, that was an expensive venture for back then.
Oh yeah. You know, something that's and also I want to give some welcomes here to TTP Tales of Power 71. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Uh, like one thing, and I'm sure you'll be able to see like as soon as I mention it. As cool as like the variety in characters that we're getting now is like really great. Size options are almost completely non-existent now. Uh, you get like the Sonic plushes in like the 1 foot
It's like
scale,
this,
and then
yeah,
like
like the
there's
7 to 12-inch ones.
yeah there's hardly any other options. Like I think there's like a 7 inch Sonic, but like that's it. You know, none of the other characters. Uh, so I remember having a conversation with you many years ago, where where you were like, "Oh no, I like the smaller ones. It helps with the plush videos." And like, if you were to start today, that wouldn't be an option.
Well, actually, no. They ended up that line of the size you just said is what my plush character's size is. So I got lucky. I was already using the size they decided to go with. So lucky me, it hasn't been my issue. But you're right. I haven't even thought about the fact that they don't make them in a very various size, but they make them all exactly the size that I need, except for like the Babylon Rogues are huge. That's the one exception. It's fine that Storm is enormous, but Wave is just huge. So when I have those two with my custom Jet the Hawk plushie, he looks so short.
Yeah. Uh, uh, so like back then, you know, you kind of had the choice, and that was great.
Yeah, there were options, and not anymore. You're
But
right.
yeah, nowadays you just got big ones, and that's it. So it was kind of like a trade-off, you know. You get a core cast of characters and a nice amount of size options back then, and now it's like a shitload of characters, but almost entirely one uniform size.
Oh yeah, by the way, you guys, I know what you're talking about. Look up if you want to see where that Cosmo plush is made from, like the custom makers. They have their own website. I believe they are still in operation. That's the Setsunako group. It's I think they're sisters, and that's where I got my original run of Sonic plushies that had to be customs. So that's the one you're looking for. I'd post it as a link, but YouTube might get mad. So just look them up. It's like the site itself is like Setsunako's custom commissions shop. And I'm pretty sure, let me check their updates, because I haven't ordered from them in like a million years now, but I'm pretty sure they're still active. Yep, their last update was July 11th, 2023, and they've got a pretty big Sonic the Hedgehog section because people make a lot of requests there. But yeah, I noticed that like people were talking about that, so if you're curious, that's where to go.
Goodness. Crossmare says my only Tails plush is taller than the rest of the collection, and it bothers me so much. My GE Classic Knuckles looks like a baby next to him.
Baby Knuckles. I guess my Amy is a pretty small plush, but it's okay. She's the cutest one. And I have the best Eggman plushie in existence. He's so funny. He's so round. And to my shock, he's actually also kind of rare, which I did not know because I got him for $6.
Yeah, you actually have lucked out in terms of like rare plushes because
I did. I had no idea he was rare. I got him and Amy at the same time on a website that is now no longer like it's a defunct website. Like they're not in business anymore. But at the time, like Amy was like a regular cost plushie, like maybe $20, and then Eggman was on sale for like $6. And I only found out years later that's the rare Eggman. I had no idea.
yeah, you got the Rouge, you got Eggman. That Amy is also a very expensive collector's item now. Uh,
Yeah, the embroidered eyes ones are so good.
yeah,
And she's like
I
the only one I have.
I would love it if that company Sunay they make the Mario plushes or at least like Jack Pacific also makes them, but like the good Mario plushes, you know. Uh,
Uh,
so like and those Mario plushes are amazing. If like I would love it if they just were able to get the Sonic rights back because they got it twice, but they weren't around for terribly long. Uh, and so you got the Amy from that bunch, and like that's actually amazing.
I actually really like the Knuckles from that group. His face is longer than he's shown as in most plushies. But I've never seen him anywhere. And I already have one, and the one that I've got, it's like the decal Sonic X, eyed Knuckles. That was the first Sonic plushie I had. My mom got him for me for my birthday, and I was like, haha, look, he's so silly looking. And then, like, 15 years later, I'm like, here I am, a YouTuber, and the whole thing got started because of this stuffed animal my mom got me.
Awesome. It's like you were talking about like Knuckles from the Sunny collection, and they really did emphasize his snout there. Uh, the second Amy that they did is probably my favorite looking plush of her, and I get so sad seeing like eBay listings for it now. They're like $400-500.
Oh boy.
I wish I had that kind of money to just throw around.
Yeah, some things are just a little bit too, expensive, and you just gotta admire them from a distance.
Sunny, get the license back, please.
I actually forgot that I did stress collect some Mario plushies, so, my Mario plush collection is a little larger than I might have expected. That happened. But yeah, I ended up with a lot of those but my rule was I had to find them in person. The only time I broke that rule was I did order Kamek online because he's my favorite and nobody ever carried him. To this day, I've never seen Kamek in a store, but I've seen everybody else. But like I had to find them in a store, so it had to be like an in-person scavenger hunt over a period of about 3 years. And I've basically gotten all the ones that I really wanted from that group, so I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, I stress collected those ones. I needed something to occupy my mind for a while.
Yeah, I know I got I say Sun A, but like technically speaking, in the U.S. they're made by a company called Little Buddy, but it's like the same model, right? So there's obviously a partnership
Yeah.
between those two companies. Uh, so like I got Mario, as well as that Jazzwares Sonic I mentioned earlier, and Shadow at like an FYE. I got the Mario physically, and I know I've seen uh, at least Luigi physically in stores. I don't go out as much, but this was like back when I was regularly going out. And then I think every single other one of them that I have Peach, Luigi, and Fire Mario and Fire Luigi. I got those all
Ooh.
online. Uh, so it just really depends on where you're looking. I know speaking of like seeing them physically, I was really impressed with like back when I got the Mario, there was another store. It was like a local game store in the same mall as that FYE. Uh, that
Ooh.
I saw, like, they were all in like a basket, like out in the front, and you just pick one up, take it to the register, buy it. But that store went the extra mile, because like you know uh the ones that they had in that little grab bucket there or whatever were all the Japanese ones, and I was like, that's pretty cool. You wouldn't tell, or you wouldn't be able to tell unless you looked at the tag, but it was like, hey, that's pretty nifty.
Excellent.
Miracle, I hope that you had a good time here, and a good sleep, my dude. Take care. See here. Felicia was saying, Jesus H. Christ, that reminds me of this plushie of one of my favorite characters, Mami Tomoe from Madoka Magica. I found it on eBay, and it costs nearly twice as much as it does on the plushie company site. Or maybe 4 times as much, I don't remember, but I just remember seeing the eBay reseller, which had the product clearly in not good shape, costing around like $300. Good God.
Whoa.
Yeah, some of these items are, especially when they become rare, you know, uh, good God, like, that's like a big problem, I think, with merchandise collecting now, is, like, if a manufacturer decides to stop doing a run of a particular item, that item, because like people are so invested in collecting, they like buy up a bunch, and then there's like resellers, but resellers, they're just trying to make a living, right? But some of them do price gouge, and that's terrible. And then like there are other people who buy them up for like their YouTube channels, or whatever. That's made it really hard for the average person to try and collect for themselves. So you kind of have to hope that the manufacturer keeps making the item so that so that you can still get it for a decent price. Uh, that's happened with plenty of the figures that I've been interested in purchasing. Uh, So it's just always sad when that sort of thing happens.
Also, again about the bootleg to call for $350. Just go to Amazon and get the real one for $25.50.
Oh God.
I don't know what the shipping is gonna be to get all the way out. Like, this one's the real one, and she's only $25
That's
compared to $350.
that's the thing though, because Shadow of Saffron,
Shipping.
Australia and all. So
Yeah.
you know,
Technically, it would, even with the shipping, it would be less money.
it
And
depends.
is Amazon expensive to do shipping, like, internationally? I never had to think about that before.
It depends on the seller, because again, like that Tikal is a GE one, and as previously established, GE doesn't ship outside the United States for some reason.
Ah.
So it would have to be a seller willing to ship it out there as well.
Alas. Yeah, good point. I didn't think about that either. I kind of forget that like actual stores are like, this is the Great Eastern Store on Amazon, because they don't really phrase it like that.
Yeah, it's
But
like
that is correct. I think, yeah, you're right.
usually, if you just like, if it's just there and you add it to cart, just without really looking, most of the time it will be direct from manufacturer, unless if you're buying like an old item, or in some particular case. So you have to go to like the uh, other options page to make sure that like you're
Ah.
buying from a different seller if you don't want it direct from manufacturer. Hi, Vinny. Welcome.
Moon. Hello.
I see you got your link set up. I've new tabbed it.
Ooh.
Are we talking about buying bootlegs? Not necessarily.
Yeah, it just that's part of the overall conversation about collector's items.
Yeah. So like we were just having a big old chat about like how the mentality behind collecting certain items, like KN being like, I'm fine with just one variant of a character, and I was kind of like, I think I kind of sort of have that mindset, but I have different variations of the same character for like completely different reasons. uh, you know, and then it kind of evolved into how prices can be really really fucked depending on whether the item's still being made, and how the collector's market has really made that hard for the average person to get the same item and stuff. It's been an interesting conversation. Let's see. Vinny, I presume since you're here, you're going to be on time.
Ooh.
Uh, so whenever you're ready to get started, you can just let me know, and I'll you know what, I'll
Ooh, nice. Well, okay then.
yeah.
Looks like Vinny is able to stream on his regular time. Good.
All right. So here, I'll put the link now, just so that we can get ready. That's Vinny's stream. Coming up, he's gonna play some Sonic Frontiers. With Holiday Cheer Sonic, it looks like. So that'll be interesting. I will be there. Uh, so that's where we're gonna transition to here pretty soon. But before then, I just want to thank you all for hopping over here from the Sonic Song stream. It's been a pretty interesting time here today. I wasn't expecting to get through that gameplay as fast as I did.
Yeah, you went through that real quick.
And I'm glad it seems that you guys liked not only the original but the new Shadows Confusion 2 as well. Very much appreciate that. Uh, Thank you to the 14 new subscribers on the channel.
Thank you. Welcome.
And I hope that I serve you well as a content creator. Uh, and yeah, so that'll just about do it for this one. The next special stream, I'm sure I'll have like normal ones along the way, but the next special stream is going to be during the week of the 17th. Uh, we're gonna have Danny over, and we're gonna fulfill the first part of that big old goal that we set up for Extra Life since we hit it. It's gonna be the Sonic X rewrite streams for season 2. So we'll be doing the first 13 episodes of season 2 as the first part of that, and then the second half of the season at some other point. But the week of the 17th. We haven't quite set up an exact date, but it will be that week. Uh, so yeah, hope that you guys all enjoyed here. KN, thank you so much for facilitating another double stream here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure, KN. And yeah, that'll just about do it for this one. So again, guys, Vinny's link is here. He's going to be playing Sonic Frontiers, and I will be joining him for that. So until next time, guys, I have been skull902.
And this is Can from SonicSong182.
Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye!
Bye-bye!